not going for 20 minutes, because if that happens, it's gonna affect your grade and not very good. So, presentation must be on PowerPoint slides or Prezi. Did anybody use Prezi? The problem with that is just it lives on there and you have no ownership of that after, like it stays online. So some people have used it in the past, but basically it needs to be a PowerPoint presentation or whatever it is in Mac. Mac has, that's fun. Basically you're gonna be doing an overview of the internship site with a brief description of the services, personnel, and on-site supervisor. Where would you find that information?
Website?
Well, in any of the work that you've already done for the class.
On your computer?
What's that?
Saved on your computer?
Yeah, that's saved on your computer. You go back to the, go back to page 40. Or page 41, the introductory paper. So, basically taking the information from the introductory paper, putting it on your PowerPoints. That is the first part of this, is you're sharing with the class and with everyone else where you worked, who you worked with, and what services they have. Then you go into a brief description of your internship responsibilities. What did you do during your internship? That can come from a couple different places. It can come from your well, you can pull that from your memorandum of agreement with your supervisor and what your learning goals were. Basically talking about or come off your internship offer letter. What were you doing during the internship? What were you responsible for? Don't say something like just office work. I was just in office work. Okay, what did you do while doing office work? Were you doing payroll? Were you doing billing? What exactly were you doing at that time? And then you're going to go over a very detailed description of any projects that you worked on, your SMART goals, and your revised SMART goals. So you're going to first have a slide with your SMART goals. This is what I had from day one. I was accomplishing this, and this. However, after my feedback, I realized I wasn't able to hit this goal. Next slide, so I revised SMART goals, boom. Halfway into this, I had to change things up. Because you're gonna find you have to do that a lot. You have to change things up midway in order to achieve your goals. It's not generally a straight linear line between what you want and your goal, or where you're at and where you wanna be, as we've discussed. Brief description of challenges and successes experienced. You can pull that from where? From your weekly journal, from your weekly post. You can look back on those and look at some specific challenges that you had. That's why we're writing this stuff down. It's tough looking at it in week 12 or 13 and remembering what happened in week 1. That's why we do these weekly posts, okay? And then a very detailed description of what you learned from the experience and how it can be applied in the future. First is, are you even interested in this field anymore? I've had quite a few students standing up here and I'm sure some of you who watch some of the presentations are like, I really don't want to be in this anymore. And that's okay too. Just because what happened to that, one of the reasons you do internships. So, and that's not only learning about what you want to do, but what you don't want to do. Second, what academic courses assist you with your success? We want to see what courses help. Hopefully this is one of them, but you know, your accounting courses, your intro courses, your logic courses. What helped you during internship and why? What would you have done differently before the start of your internship? That could be a couple of things. It could be maybe a completely different internship. You would have went a different route, or you would have prepared yourself differently by learning certain skills to be more successful in internship. And remember, life is an ongoing learning, it never stops. So hopefully through this whole process, you'll learn some things that you need to focus on. And then a statement in the future. What do you want to do academically or professionally? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And how do you plan to get there? Okay. A lot of you, how many of you finished the time traveler exercise? Okay. All right. That will tie into this as well. Now, on the back we have a rubric, which is a 10-point rubric. You're going to see something very similar to this after Ms. Flohr's presentation here at 10. We're going to discuss your final presentation. And a lot of these things are the same, but I want everyone to get into the habit of being up and talking in front of people. How many people are not comfortable talking in front of people or presenting? Raise them high. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just get nervous.
All right, we're gonna try to break through that nervousness, and so we're gonna be presenting in this class as well. And then you'll be presenting here. A lot of success in your future is gonna be based upon your presentation skills in front of people. I'm presented at large conference. I'm presenting one in 2 weeks in Chicago. Talking in front of it's not naturally. It's not something that everyone. You're not. You know, it's difficult at times, but hopefully being talking in front of 15, 20 people here, feel a little more relaxed. So when you're presenting one day, and a lot of these interviews you'll go into. You know, a lot of your interviews are going to be presentations as well. Have any of you ever had a job interview where you had to make a presentation? Okay, you will have that happen. And they're going to tell you, they're going to send you, you have 10 minutes to present this, and you have a tight 10 minutes to present that. I've flew to Charlotte once for a large company for a presentation for a position, and it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit, but that's why you have to practice. There's certain groups that that you can join that would help with this. Have you ever heard of Toastmasters? Okay, getting involved with the local Toastmasters group. But learning to talk is helping you build confidence, and it's really important. It's going to benefit you a lot in your career. Again, that's why we're going to be doing it in this class and then forward to that level. Okay. The rubric for the presentation is on page 48. Student dress professionally, that should be a given. Everyone should be able to have that down. Being able to talk about your overview of the internship site, mission, services, personnel, what your responsibilities were, challenges and successes, your SMART goals and revised SMART goals, what you learned, future plans, and Q&A. Now you have 5 minutes of Q&A at the end. So you're gonna have 15 minutes. At the 10-minute mark, somebody's gonna be sitting in the back row, holding up 10 minutes. Hopefully you're not like, oh, I got like 18 more slides to do and you're rushing. That's why you practice this thing beforehand. And then when it's done, you're gonna have students question you. You're gonna have, I'll be in the back row here, generally, Martin Lopez Flohr in the back. Dean Palakurthy generally comes. We wanna see what you got out of your internship. Hopefully it was a rewarding experience. So, then let's look in the appendix. Now in the appendix here, it's things that we're working on in professional development class, writing cover letters. We have certain examples of cover letters and emails that you're going to be writing. So, so you look at this. Most of the time, you're going to have to, or you should be presenting a cover letter, either in an email or well, most of the time it's done by email. But most positions you're applying for are going to ask for a cover letter and resume. So you make sure that that's tailored to each position, and you're not just, it's not a insert the name here and just a boilerplate where you're sending out to everybody. We have samples here of cover letters. I have a cover letter checklist from Career Services. Now, as a reminder, you have a ton of resources here on campus to be able to help you get ready for your interviews. Now, we're doing it 2 weeks. The mock interviews in 2 weeks. Anybody looking forward to that? Cool. We're gonna have about 10 different companies that are going to be in doing mock interviews with you, and they're going to be giving feedback. I think you just did the IHG trip the other day. Okay, good. Now, what they did is they sent feedback on each and every student that interviewed there, and it's great information to have. It tells us what our blind spots are, what we're doing well, what we're not doing well. So, did she review that with you?
Not yet.
Okay, that's something. And what we're going to do in this class, I'm going to have it on an app where they'll be able to fill out the information, and we're going to provide that back to you so you'll be able to see it, and you're going to write a little paper on that, just to reflect on that. But we want you to know your blind spots, what employers are looking at, what they're seeing, what they're not seeing. Some people, when they're interviewing, they're all over the place, and they have eye contact's one thing, where they can't make eye contact, or their hands are fidgety, or whatever the case may be. And it's good that we tell you that. That way you're able to learn and grow. So that's one thing that's gonna be a result of this. Today you're gonna be talking about elevator pitches, here in a few minutes. And that's one thing that I may build that into this, I'm not sure yet, but depends if I get a few more employers in, I'll actually do the elevator pitch. We have sample resumes, which all of you have done or are currently working on. For those of you that don't have it done, please make an appointment with us. Everyone has to, both online and in this class, has to have their resumes uploaded by the end of the semester, otherwise it's gonna adversely affect your grade. We have a checklist there for resumes, key action verbs to use. Now, a couple other things with the handwritten. Some people do the handwritten. Any of you do handwritten notes for after interviews? It's a great touch. If it's pretty close and it's a competitive job market, they're gonna, it really will benefit you a lot. We're basically sending a thank you letter, which you'll be writing thank you emails to the employers in a couple of weeks. Thank you for participating in mock interview day and interviewing me. You're gonna come up with your own verbiage. But basically a thank you letter, and then an acceptance letter. You actually accept the position, being able to write an acceptance email or letter to them.